Hey guys, Midwest back again with another video today, and today I will continue the Megaforce collection that I have. Next one's going to be the Robo Knight, his Mechazord. Comprises of 3 different Zords or Mechas. For this season they didn't call them Zords, they call them Mechazord. So to begin with, we have the main guy himself. This is going to be the Lion Mechazord. As you can see, it's kind of a tank. I want to say it's inspired by a tank. It's got some tank wheels down the bottom, rolls really well, and they all roll really well. Like, they're all pinned on. Nothing's fake on these wheels, as you can see. Pretty cool. It would have came with some missiles, friction missiles you just pop off, but I got this second hand, so I don't have them with me any longer, but it's not that important. But yeah, this guy is nice and chunky. As you can see, it's just basically his hands on his chest. Pretty cool. Nice head sculpt there for the lion. This is also a figure, which we'll check out here shortly, because it kind of has 2 special modes. It's an American version mode. I don't think the Sentai one has it. I don't think I've ever seen the Sentai have it, so pretty sure it's US exclusive. The other one we will have here, let me go ahead and pull it out, will be this guy here. This is the Sealion Mechazord, which is based on a sub. Pretty cool. I don't have the Sentai counterparts of this to compare. This is the only one I don't have anything to compare it to. I am missing this Zord from the Sentai version. I have the other ones, but this is the only one that I'm missing, the actual main Megazord, for comparisons. But yeah, this guy is based on a submarine. Pretty cool. It forms the leg, one of the legs of the Gosei Grand Megazord. So you can see here, it had little pontoon things here. Again, I got this second hand. It's missing on that side. I don't really care. It's usually just going to be in leg form all the time. But yeah, it does have little wheels. It would have came with a Ranger he could have rode on. I don't have that. It is missing some paint detail in this little piece right there. Would have been green for like a cockpit. But other than that, it does pop off. Has little wheels on the bottom, so you can put it on any of the other combinations if you wanted to. But this one's set up for the Lion Mechazord here for Robo Knight. The other one would have been the Skylion. This guy here, he also would have little things for wings. He's based on a plane or some sort. I forget. Fighter jet, maybe. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, pretty cool. Same basic shape as this guy here, minus the cockpit's a little different. But overall, about the same. Nothing too crazy. Sculpt there is pretty cool. None of these open mouths, but the paint's there. It's got the nice gold around the neck there. Same with this. Got nice gold around. Nicely painted green eyes. Pretty cool. It's got little wheels there. And again, it would have came on a bike, like a little bike platform with the Ranger sitting on top. And then an unofficial one, this is also another release of the same kind of body. This is the Ultra Zord. That is what it came with Data's Hyper in the Sentai version, but they gave it to us in a head, on a header bike. Again, this thing would have had a bike there and a Ranger riding it. So I don't understand why they just made a bike out of it, but this body you really don't need. I mean, all you need is this header to have the complete, the Ultra Zord formation in the end. But yeah, it comes as a bike as well. But yeah, picked out a nice gold for the eyes, silver there for the mouth, nice silver around the base there. I do have this as the Sentai counterpart. Let me go grab him real quick. And here's Mr. Datus himself. Again, I got this not so long ago. I haven't reviewed him yet. He has his own Megazord formation, but Once I get to the Ultra Zord combination, I'll bring him out because I'll show you what happens. Since we don't have the US version of this guy, he never was announced in the United States or came out to begin with. So a lot of the extra components from the last video form kind of a simple version of him to combine all the headers. Well, we'll explain that once we get to the Ultra Zord combination. He does have a card, but I don't have it, so I printed one out. It's supposed to be yellow and his eyes are on it, but it is what it is. But he would have came with the header here, Ultra header. Put him off to the side for another video. And yeah, this is the header that it's based on. Let me zoom on this a little bit. But yeah, it would have been based on this header. As you can see, not much paint detailing missing. Still got the silver around the perimeter there. But the big thing, this was a actual head on it, but this was for Data's Hyper when he went into his own mecha formation. Pretty cool. I mean, I like it. Sucks that we never got this, but even they could have just had a head on it. I mean, they could have just made a separate own header for it, just kind of something different, and plugged it onto the American one, but they didn't for whatever reasons. But yeah, pretty cool. Again, we'll dive into Data's Hyper when we get to that section. But yeah, just thought I'd show it off since it's partly body of this. So if you do have a light blue leg compared to a dark blue, I mean, you can still use it on this guy, but the official will be the dark blue one. So let's get the Hyper header out of the way and get this guy ready for transformation. Alright, to begin the combination, we're going to start with the legs since they're the kind of simplest ones to do. Again, simple, you just pop this and it's going to lock into place. This does have a little peg inside here, so if you accidentally had it folded out like that, go ahead and pop it in, because we're going to need that for the Lion Mechazord. And for the leg, the other one, same way, pop that out, lock it in just like that. Blue is going to be left, that's going to be the right side. So put those out of the way for now, and then let's focus on this guy here. Again, like I said, not too much different from the Sentai counterpart. They kind of made it, kept it the same minus some paint, missing paint. The feature that I don't believe is on the Sentai, so this header pops off, and again can be used on anything because it has the same port, but it's its own little mini action figure of the Robo Knight figure. Simple enough. This right here is going to be the head. You fold that backwards. You have Robo Knight's head. His legs are in a weird position here. And bring that out for his feet. Bring that down and around. And bring out his feet just like that. There's the Gosei head for the Megazord. Keep it up. Put that little tail feather up. That way it covers it. And then there is his hands. Because in the show, he does transform into the header for the Lion Mechazord, which is pretty cool. I haven't seen that one in a while, or at all since then. But it's pretty cool. Paint detailing is fair enough. I mean, it's got some nice red for the visor, gold there, a giant lion chest, nice silver paint detailing on the side. When we get to the Megazord mode, we'll show off the head. But yeah, not bad. He really can't do much. He can move his hands pretty much all the way around. Legs, he can do the splits if you want him to do the splits. And he can kick forward pretty much 90 degrees for the most part. And that's because this you can make into little tanks. So you flip these little panels open. And then I believe you flip this around. Yeah, flip that around. And then I believe, yeah, there's a post right there and a port on his bum. And you just shove it on there. If I'm able to see it, yeah. Oh, hold on. Alright, sorry, part of that last part. So to get him into like a little tank mode, basically put that up that way, and this whole little panel is kind of clipped in. You want to take it off and then spin it around. Just like that, so the shield is like a little shield right there. And on the inside, there's these little handles. You want to pull those out, because the Robo Knight has these little cutouts on his hand that will slide into that. So when we insert him here, let me see if I can do this without popping it off. Alright, got his bum all in there. Feet we can bring down if you like. We can fold his feet up there, make it flush with the side of the turret. And then his hands are just going to rest inside here, just like that, and just like that. That way he holds everything nice and securely, and then he can ride himself basically into battle and shoot out whatever you want on here. Like you can put a header on here. We'll take the Skylion and just plug it in. Just like that. And you can pretend to fire it. It doesn't actually fire, but it's a good use of a port if you want to have something on there. But yeah, add some actual functionality to this toy, just a little bit more than your normal Sentai would have. But yeah, pretty cool. So let's get this guy into his Megazord mode. Pull off Robo Knight. And we're going to put this back down and pop it off. We're going to take the turret off and put that off to the side. This is just going to peg back onto the back there. We're going to rip the wheels off of this. Just like that. They're going to peg just like this on here. So we're going to have these wheels facing forward, the claws at the top side. Same thing with this one here. Just like that. We're going to take the little cannon piece. It's going to become the new chest piece. We're going to plug it in here. Just like that. And put him off to the side for right now. We're going to get our leg, and just because this was Zord Builder back in the day, we're going to plug it in there. Just like that. We plug the head back onto this lion and plug this into the leg here. Oh, as it falls down. Let's try that again. Alright, just like that. Let me zoom out. And then all we have left is the head for this Megazord. For the Gosei Grand. Moving back just a smidge. Alright, for Robo Knight here, basically put his head back inside, twist his hands back around to form a mane. Go back around this way here. His feet are just going to go up. You're going to bring this butt flap and fold it up till you get the crest, just like that. His hands are just going to go all the way around and kind of form like a, well, I forget what you call this hairstyle. I mean, they're mutton chops as far as I know. But yeah, feet are going to go up in the air. His hands are going to go down. And it's got a header port. We're going to plug him into the top of his face. For his body here. Just like that. And there we have the Gosei Grand Megazord. Megazord, not Mecha. Mega. Now he's Mega. Pretty cool looking. You can see how he compares to his brethren, the normal Gosei Megazord. He is quite a bit taller, just because he's a tall boy with his legs here. By a fair amount, like I said. His head, get that wing out of there. It's basically here, so yeah, he's got a good height advantage on the normal Gosei Megazord. But he is extremely unbalanced for me. Like, I don't know if this was a problem back in the day, but if you try to move him forward, there's not much holding him besides the heads here. He does have big heels in the back, but sometimes he just likes to lean forward and then he'll just collapse. So if you're displaying him, just be cautious. Don't bump into it because he's not the most sturdy, and he has a tendency to lean forward quite a bit. As far as articulation, it's a brick. Feet don't do anything besides you can move it just like that if you wanted to. These can fold out if there's any, if you can pose it for any reason. Hands can do a full 360 just because it's on the peg system. Nothing at the hand. Can't do much on that. No head articulation or anything like that. But let's take a look at that head sculpt here. Whoa. As you can see, it's nicely picked out in some baby blue, some gold around the crest up top, red for the eyes. But yeah, pretty cool. Nicely detailed for this, what this Zord is. It's missing some, but it has it in the right places that it really doesn't matter. But yeah, pretty cool. He does have little wing flaps back here. You can display it as you will. You can bring these out or just keep them closed. In the show, they're just closed for this formation, this combination. He does combine with the Gosei Great Megazord. Let me get this guy ready for that. Alright, to get these guys combined into the Gosei Great Grand Megazord, it's a mouthful. We're going to disassemble everything and anything that has to do with these guys. It is an extreme parts former, beyond belief, and something just fell. So let's get down to the deconstruction of both of these guys. Well, mostly him. This guy, we're just going to do is a couple of things. We'll put Gosei Ground back there. We're going to rip his feet off the side. We're going to rip the arms off. And both. Those are going to stay. We're going to rip the dragon head off. Put that back in. Take his head, put that back in. Until we have a bare body like that. Oh, don't forget to pull these wings down. These are going to go down to the back side. And then we're going to keep his parts separate off to the side. And then we can put the helmet back in here just for safekeepings. Just like that. As far as the Gosei Grand Megazord goes, he is getting dismembered just like that. We're going to dismember him just like that. And then we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. So we are going to go with the feet here, both sides. Yes, no, that goes this way, this goes this way, just like that. So the claws up front, fists up back. These circular gold rings, you're going to pop up. And then these are going to connect with the bottom of the feet. It's going to go into there, and then the header port's going to just sit inside there. So bring him over, and it's a nice tight secure connection. It's not going to go anywhere. Just going to ka-chunk in just like that. And there we have the lower half ready to go. The top part is what's going to be really interesting here. So the torso, the Gosei Ground, is going to become the new chest piece. So a couple of things here. These two little flappy panels are going to bring up and around just like that on both sides. And then you're going to rotate this until this gold piece is on the back side, just like that. And you'll see why in a minute. Also, these are really commonly missing from like an eBay lot or a parts lot. So make sure yours has this attachment to it. Otherwise, this combination becomes really loose and doesn't hold very well. All right, so there's a header port there. We're going to attach it to where the normal head would have gone, just like that. And then I should have showed you a little better, but on the inside, you got some slots there that's going to go onto these pegs. So on both sides, you want to line it up and just tab it in place just like that. So now that's a nice, tight, secure connection. It's not going to fly off or anything like that. Next, since we're around the torso area, the back little backpack, we're going to open it up, and it's got two little connectors there on the back leg of the snake and on the lion or the tiger, white tiger, wrong series, yellow tiger. That's going to go into that. It's going to clip in, so it gives you a nice little thigh guard. Just makes the thighs look a little bit more filled in, just like that. Alright, next, since we're up here, the red dragon, he's gonna fall down first. He's gonna plop into the new chest piece, just like that. The feet will now become the hands. Bring these guys around. And you're going to switch this to that peg that's in there. Just bring that out just like that on both. Just like that, and then straighten them out. So now these are going to peg onto here. Just like that. And just like that. Zoom out. These guys about to get really big. So for the arms of the normal Gosei, so the Phoenix and the Shark, she is going to go on to this side here. Just hold the arms because it can get kind of loose. And then the Tiger Zord head is going to go right below her. Other side, you guessed it, is going to be the Shark. Just line it up, and then the snake head is going to go right underneath him. Just like that. Next step is going to be the main head. Nothing too much different. Besides one thing I'll show you here in a sec. Plop his head down. Make sure these little mutton chop things are there. And then we're going to split his crest. So his crest is going to go into like a V form. Basically, you're just going to follow the crest there on how that looks. And then final, before we get up close and personal, the sword does combine with the chest piece that I dropped. Just like this, it's going to slide into a groove and clip in. And there's a little port back here. You're going to pull that out. And then this, officially you can do 3 different modes. Let me grab the headers that they go to. So the 3 official headers that this can combine with would be, the first one is the Beetle. This one is called the Land Lance. As you can see, the Beetle becomes the weapon. You can stab people, grab monsters with it, and throw them around. Next one is the Sea Spike, which is the Mantis. Plug that on. Now we got a nice spiky weapon here. Or if you want to go that route, you can stab people that way, I guess. And then the final one that's official is the Sky Spear, which you take the hawk, plug that in, and you can unfold the head here to have it like a trident. Just like that. But pretty cool. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to stick with the Beetle. Just like that. And then this one can only peg into the sea lion because it's got the mouth exposed, and you just kind of want to bring it in and just slot it in. Easier probably to take the header off. And then we're just going to slot it into that hole down there. Just like that. Easier off camera so you can see better. But yeah, plug that back in. And then he can hold it just like that. Pretty cool. Kind of gives me Dragon Zord, the Ultra Dragon Zord combination vibe with the staff here. It's pretty cool. But yeah, this guy is tall. He is chunky. He is all sorts of something. Whether that's good or not, I don't know. I personally wouldn't display him this way just because he is a lot of things going on at once. But for the aesthetics, I can give it a break. I mean, it's pretty cool. You can combine all these headers together to give it this unique look. So yeah, this is the Gosei Great Grand Megazord. Yes. No, Gosei Great Grand. A lot of G's. Gosei Great Grand Megazord. Mouthful, I know. Pretty cool combination. I love it. I've never done this before, so this is a first for me. Never had the Gosei Megazord or the Gosei Grand Megazord back when it came out. I should have gotten it. It was a clearance for a long time. No one was picking these toys up, but luckily I grabbed the main buy of the Gosei Great Megazord, and the rest came along as I collected it. Just happy to have it complete in the collection now with whatever this is, this monstrosity. But it is pretty cool. I wouldn't move it too much. There's little or nothing as far as feet movement. You can move the hands, as you saw, but you're going to bump into the wing. But the American one, you can move the wings out of the way still on this. You bring it far back and then just tuck it under, just like that, if you want a better silhouette. Kind of like that. So if you want to do a full 360, you can. It's not advised, but you definitely can. But yeah, there we go. Well, pretty cool. I mean, he does tower over the current Megazords I have in my collection here right now on the table. The one from the last video, you got the Valve Max Megazord. Comes up to the shoulders of the snake, so he's a little bit taller. But yeah, he's pretty tall, and the Ultra Formation gets, I think, slightly taller, but not by much. But we will get to that video down the road. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and checking out my review of the Gosei Grand Megazord and the Gosei Great Grand Megazord. Please like and subscribe. Check my other videos out. I appreciate the follows. Every little bit helps. Trying to shoot for 500 before the end of the year. I doubt I'll get it. Again, I'm not in it for the follows and the whatnots. I'm just here to show everybody my collection and nerd out with everybody. But if we get to that point, that'd be great. I'm up to 250. So yeah, every little bit helps. So thank you guys. We will see you around the corner, and check out the rest of my Megazord collection down the road, and the finale of this coming up shortly. So yeah, take care guys, and have a good one.